Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our monthly appreciation and ancestral service. We are here today to express our gratitude to God and Meshisama for the protection, help, and countless blessings we have received this past month, and to ask permission to serve the divine plan for this coming month. Please remain seated and pray along silently for the opening prayer to God.
Great God of light, with our deepest respect, we have gathered here at the World Messianic Church of America Miroku Association, New York area, to celebrate our monthly appreciation and ancestors service. We humbly offer you our prayers of praise, appreciation for protection, help, and the countless blessings we have received this past month, and to ask for permission, guidance, and inspiration to serve in your divine work of the construction of paradise on earth. Please accept the materialization of our gratitude through our in-person and virtual presence, our monetary offerings, and by guiding our relatives and friends. Please give us the strength and wisdom to practice this year's guidelines in our everyday life, helping others dedicate themselves to the construction of paradise on earth through our practices of faith. That is the path to our salvation. May we receive greater light and spiritual strength to realize Meshisama's ideals in our hearts, our homes, and our communities, so we become effective instruments of your divine light to bring happiness to everyone around us. May the new age of happiness and everlasting peace, where love, goodwill, and understanding prevail, soon become a reality. On this special day, we also ask you, God, to bless and protect the departed souls of all our ancestors. We especially remember the ancestors of the members of our church who are enshrined at the sacred grounds and whose memorial anniversaries are observed in the month of June. And the names are Fernando Pasquale Odriozola, Célia Fernandes, William Downson, Alain Ruta, Giuseppe Matonti, Alzira Costa Fontes Cunha, Willy Andrade Ferguson, Maria Rosa Lourenço Fritz, Antônio Zafalon, Genésio José de Oliveira, Anami Silva, Yolanda Dias, Albert George Kronik, David Luiz Infante, José Moacir da Silva, Iris Alves Silva, Iracira Alves da Silva, Irailda da Silva Sampaio, Sol Noronha, Antônio Alves de Oliveira, Adélia Teres Grassi, William Sotomayor Almonte, Rosa Escobar, Katia Lopez Jacques, Nadia Camel Osman, Nicholas Harding, Lita Coleman Ornelos, Erie Aurelia Kondersman, Misako Tokuda, Pete Kane, Albertine Fast, João Negrão, Cirto Bonini, Luísa Serão Bonini, Eurico Passante dos Santos, Chikako Matsuoka, Uchu Okagawa, Trudy Crofts, Maria Ana Pereira da Costa Santos, Roberta Bucket Parker, Roberta Parker Bucket, Mildred Khan Simon, Tommy Kurosawa, William Sotomayor Almonte, Helen Dorothy Saperstein, Kelly Reed Berkeley, Charles Hargrave, Lassie Streeter Hunt, Jumon Produan, Swanto Old, Laon Sabijai, Carlos Armando Fictini, Ida Termanini Piccinini, Carlos Armando Piccinini, Leda Benavides Piccinini, John Alegro Jim Danier, Rani de Castillo Moreira, Ricardo Clóvis Pereira Moreira, Alípio Benedito Cerqueira de Castillo, Leni Cerqueira de Castillo, Beatriz Pimenta Cândido, Polidore do Molém, Ari de Oliveira, Cláudio Roberto Ribeiro da Costa, Tacito Barreto Filho, Reginaldo Rebelo, José Barbosa Maia, Maria Morante, Elza Tavara de Morante, Silvério Morante, Arlindo Marques Pimenta, Maria do Carmo Bruch, Marli Fusae Fujiyama, Hiroshi Tokuda, Renato Freitas Mafra Coelho Teixeira, Benedito Pereira da Silva, Edelvina Silva da Silva, Maurice Fernando Duran, and Laura George Duran.
Please stand and join us for the Amatunori to the Prayer of Heaven, found in your prayer book, page 11.
Takamaharani kamsumarimasu, Kamuromi kamuromi no mikoto mochite, Sumemi oya kamu izanagi no mikoto, Tsukushi no himuta no tachihana no, Odo no ahagi harani, Misogi haraita mo toki ni narimaseru, Haraido no okami tachi, Moro moro no magagoto tsumi kegare wo, Arai tamae kiyome tamae to maosu koto no yoshi wo, Amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yorozu no kami tachi tomo ni, Ame no fuchi koma no mimi furitatete, Kikoshime seto kashikomi mo maosu, Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae, Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae, Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae, Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kam nagara tamachi haemase, Kam nagara tamachi haemase.
Miracle Prayer found in your prayer book, page 13.
Great God of light, creator and giver of all life,
In accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all of humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan, and for the privilege of channeling and receiving joy. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truths given to us by Meishu Sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives.
Great God of light,
Bless and protect us, radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan.
And now, the prayer for ancestors found in your prayer book, page 20.
great God of light, bless and protect
the souls
the
of
souls
our
of our
loved
loved ones
whose journey here on earth is over. And as they continue on, great God, encircled in your light, may they be raised to ever finer and higher states of true eternal bliss.
Great God of light, bless and protect us all. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan.
Please be seated. We will now receive group jury. Jury is now concluded. Let us listen to a teaching of Meisha Sama.
Kindness and courtesy. The qualities that are most lacking in people today are kindness and courtesy. Those who serve in God's work should pay particular attention to this. There's an easy way to tell how much your spiritual awareness has grown and to what degree your spiritual body has been purified. When you find yourself shunting conflict and becoming more contagious and kind, and this disposition is reflected in your attitude towards others, it is a sign that your spiritual awareness has been expanded. However, herein lies the value of true faith. Those who have grown to this level will win the love and respect of others, impressing them as being living examples of their faith. As we observe this secular community, we see that those qualities of kindness and courtesy are greatly lacking. Wherever we look, we notice how much unpleasantness being expressed, such as fault-finding, hatred, and censure. Courtesy is particularly lacking among people in general today. They appear to be interested only in their own benefit. They like to expose the weaknesses of others. They are argumentative, and they do not seem to care if they are disliked. From this fact, we can conclude that permissiveness has gone too far and has reached the point of total self-indulgence. Worst of all, so many of these people have a special liking for exposing the mistakes and failures of others and rejecting them, and they show very little compassion. With the increase of individuals like this, society in general is becoming cold and pessimistic. It seems to me that this is one reason so many more people have committed suicide in recent years. A truly civilized society is one in which people live with the chivalry code as their principle, as in England, or by philanthropic ideals as in the United States of America. When the number of such individuals increases to the point where moral principles were adhered to by society as a whole, a genuinely pleasant world will become a reality. Such a world can be called a true paradise on earth, and it is within our grasp. Nowadays, the tourist industry is being promoted in Japan as one of the most important national activities. It is true that the establishment of material facilities is necessary for this purpose, but it is more important to make a favorably personal impression on those who come to visit. In order to achieve this, there are three important requirements: kindness, courtesy, and cleanliness. If put into practice, these three qualities will prove to be powerful magnets to attract tourists, and they are without cost. the most basic requirement for the development of people with these qualities is true faith. Our movement is striving to help develop this faith in everyone. Adon Newsletter 75, October 25, 1950.
We will now have greetings from the Vice President of Miroku Association, Reverend Romilson Cândido.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, all of you. Thank you very much for today's date. Sassy, what's the name of the dog?
Stormy.
Stormy, welcome, Stormy. I'm glad to see you too. Very happy to see all of you and to see Flor back from Brazil for a while here. Welcome back. Just for a while, so I'm not going to stay yet, but welcome. And congratulations for these monthly appreciation and ancestral service. And first of all, I would like to congratulate all the fathers. Happy Father's Day. That's today. Okay. Happy Father's Day, Yoga Day, and also Paradise on Earth Celebration Month. That's this month of June. We celebrate Paradise on Earth.
Solstice.
I just came, and the solstice also. I just came from Brazil. I was there for 5 days. I went over there to receive my certificate as I just became they call it in Brazil reverend. So just to let you know. One thing I learned from my wife, because she also received, she passed on the test, she's going to become a minister. And and then she said one thing to me today, like this. Well, I don't care about the title. I care about the mission. That was very nice. So I said, oh, this is good. I learned that. So it's our mission. And that mission we all have. We all have the same mission, which is to build something, paradise on earth, to create a better world. So I'm very happy. It was a nice moment I have there at the sacred grounds. I could pray for all of you. Many of your faces, I could see your faces. I could pray for 5 days. Sleeping and staying there at the sacred ground was amazing. And watching Brazil soccer game, World Cup over there with Brazil. It was nice too. With all those ministers, rooting for Brazil's soccer game. It was nice. And today we heard the teachings. And this is one of the teachings that I love most. Kindness and courtesy. To be someone, to be kind and courteous is so important. Sometimes we are looking for a miracle to happen in our lives, and we don't realize that just when you do just a little bit something good, it doesn't have to be too much. But when you are kind with someone and you do some good. For example, when you give jore to someone or treat someone well, or only that little practice can change many things in your life. And you may call it miracle, but maybe someone said that this is something normal, natural. He says normal and natural is to have miracles in our lives. That means every time when you do something good, it will reflect on your spirit. So there's based on someone's teachings, I would like to share a message that I prepared for you. It says, today is Father's Day, so I'd like to offer my sincere gratitude to all fathers, grandfathers, spiritual fathers, and all those who have cared for and guided others with love and responsibility. So let us also remember with gratitude our ancestors, especially our fathers and grandfathers who have already returned to the spiritual world. Without them, we would not be here today, and we know that. So I would like to share about kindness and courtesy. It may seem like a very simple thing to do. Most people would say, of course I am kind, or of course I am a polite person. But Meixo Sama teaches us that these simple qualities are actually signs of our spiritual growth. So the more you become kind and nice, that means you are spiritually growing. So he says that when our spiritual awareness expands and our spirit becomes purified, we naturally become kinder, more patient, and more courteous. And there is one teaching where someone says, if you want to know if you are, what's your level, if you are growing or not, maybe you ask, am I growing spiritually? He says, just check out if you can stand when someone treats you badly and you can control your anger. If you begin to see that you've been controlling your anger more and more, that means you are growing. So, in other words, true faith is not measured only by how much we pray, how many services we attend, or how much jore we give. True faith is shown in how we treat people, how we do speak with our spouse, or how we treat our children, and how we react when someone disagrees with us. How do we behave when somebody's watching? These are important questions. When Meixo Sama wrote these teachings in 1950, he said that kindness and courtesy were disappearing from society. So imagine what he would say if he saw our world today. People argue on social media all the time. Drivers become angry in traffic. Families stop speaking to one another. Many people are lonely. Many people they feel invisible. And many people are carrying heavy burdens inside their hearts. Sometimes what they need most is not a device. It's not just money. It's not even a solution. Sometimes they simply need someone to be kind. Some people, they just need a smile, a greeting, and a listening ear, a word of encouragement. So these simple actions can save a person's day. And sometimes they can even save a person's life. We saw many examples of these people when they go out on the street giving those little flower arrangements we have today here at the reception, offering to other people on the street. I've heard many cases like people saying, oh, you have no idea, I was thinking about committing suicide, or I was thinking about making this tough decision that would be bad, but this saved my life. So we see this all the time. I remember hearing a story about a father who took his young son to a restaurant. The waiter accidentally spilled water on the father's shirt. So everyone expected the father to become angry, but instead he smiled and said, "Don't worry, man. Accidents happen." The waiter looked relieved. As they left the restaurant, the son asked, "Daddy, why didn't you get angry?" And the father replied, "Because one day you will spill something too. And I want you to remember how people should be treated when they make mistakes." So years later, that son said that he never forgot that lesson. So the father thought more through his kindness than through 100 speeches. This is the power of kindness. Our ancestors, they are watching. They are. Today we are also honoring the ancestors. We have the name of our ancestors that were enshrined at the sacred grounds. We pray for them. Some of your ancestors' names were there. So sometimes we think that the greatest way to honor them, our ancestors, by offering prayers and flowers. Those things are important, but another powerful way to honor our ancestors is to continue their good qualities. Try to remember them. Not just, my father, he used to hit me or drank a lot. No, try to remember the positive things they had. If our parents taught us honesty, so let us practice honesty. If our grandparents taught us generosity, let us be generous. And if they sacrificed for us, let us become people who sacrifice for others. So that their spiritual legacy continues to live. And I believe that when our ancestors see us treating others with kindness, they feel joy in the spiritual world. There is a story about a father and his son. A young boy had a bad temper. So every time he became angry, his father told him to hammer a nail into a fence. Are you angry? Go there. A nail. So the first day he hammered dozens of nails. Gradually he learned to control himself. So after some months, he stopped losing his temper. Then his father told him, "Now you remove one nail each day. You control your anger." So eventually all the nails were removed. The father then showed him the fence. See? Look at the fence, how it looks. The holes, they remained. The father said, "Words spoken in anger are like these holes. Even after saying sorry, I said that, sorry, the scars may remain." So kindness and courtesy protect us from creating unnecessary wounds in other people's hearts. It's like the story about the paper. You get a nice clean sheet of paper and then you smash them, how to say? I go like this. And then, I'm sorry, let me fix it. You can't. Even if you got like an iron, it won't ever go back. That's how people become when we don't control ourselves and we are not kind. So, someone says many people enjoy exposing the mistakes of others. Oh, look at him. Have you noticed that when someone fails, people often criticize? When someone makes a mistake, people talk about it. But God does not want us to be judges. God wants us to be instruments of salvation. So the greatest courtesy is compassion. Instead of asking, what is wrong with these people? What is wrong with that person? We can simply ask, what pain might this person be carrying? That question changes everything. Many years ago, a member came to a Jolie Center feeling discouraged. He felt nobody cared about him. He was thinking about leaving, the church. thinking about leaving. But before he entered the Jolie Center, an elderly member greeted him warmly. And she simply said, "Oh, it is good to see you today." Just that. Nothing extraordinary, just a few words. Years later, he testified, "Those words changed my life. At that moment, I felt that God had not forgotten me." See, it's a simple thing we did. Sometimes we underestimate the power of simple kindness. A smile can be a kind of a jorei. You know, we give jorei, we help people with jorei. A smile is a way of light. A kind word can be also a way of channeling the light. And being patient also is a way of channeling the light. So God's light can flow through our actions as well as through our hands. Huh? So there is a challenge. Since today is the Father's Day, I would like to challenge all the fathers and all of you, actually all of us. So when people remember us in the future, what will say? What will they say? Usually they say he was a successful person, or she had money, and he was important, or we'll say he was kind, she was always encouraging others. He made people feel welcomed. So those are the qualities that remain forever. So many years after our possessions disappear, people still remember how we treated them. Meishu Sama says that paradise on earth is built through kindness, courtesy, and cleanliness. Everything clean. Think about that. No special technology, no great wealth, no complicated programs. Kindness, courtesy, and cleanliness. Cleanliness. These things can almost cost nothing, yet they have enormous power. Every smile creates a little paradise. Can you believe it? Every smile, a little smile, creates a little paradise. Sometimes when I'm a little bit, down and I feel like I try to go to YouTube or something, I try to find some stand-up comedian talk show that makes me laugh a lot. Something to make me smile. So when you smile, you feel better. Right? For the heart, for the soul, like in Japanese they have that saying, "Kokoro ni tai o kuchibiru ni hohoemi." For the hearts, the best is to laugh or smile. So this is also a way to create paradise. In conclusion, so today, as we honor our ancestors and celebrate Father's Day, let us renew our commitment to practice kindness, courtesy, and jorei. Jorei is the best thing. You are all here because of jorei. Something happened to your life, it changed because of jorei. Lots of jorei. So let's practice that as much as we can. Listen to people. Do not judge. People who encourage rather than criticize is better. People who reflect God's love through simple actions. This week I would like everyone to make this special dedication. Every day, intentionally perform at least one act of kindness. Okay? One phone call or a text message, word of appreciation, a smile, a prayer for someone. Something that I know you are already doing it, but try to do more and more, especially jorei. Find someone that can give you jorei. Okay, I'd like to thank you all very much for today. And once again, happy Father's Day, happy Paradise on Earth Celebration Month. And let's exchange jorei today. Thank you very much. Thank you.
This concludes our service today. Thank you very much for joining us. We wish you a blessed day.